welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjack! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as we get set for Lumberjack basketball as the Lumberjack boys hosting the Timberlake Tigers in non-league action tonight. JV game currently into the fourth period of play with the JV boys leading at 37-31 in what looks like to be a barn burner of a game here as they are close to finishing up as they just started their fourth quarter. Lumberjacks going to have their hands full tonight with a 3A basketball team taking on this 2A team of the Lumberjacks. We've got all kinds of information for you in the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off, and we will get that underway here right after a word from our sponsors.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack! Tim Parrish here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. This is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off as your Lumberjacks get set to host the Timberlake Tigers. Once again, we have our broadcast live on our YouTube audio feed. You can find the link to that on our Facebook page. Also, providing the play-by-play through the NFHS network camera here in the gym, as we are now going to have our part of our pregame going over the top of the JV game. I usually don't like to do that, but I forgot to turn it down when we got going, so we're going to keep it like that. We'll try to give you a little bit of updates here and there. The reason I don't like to do that is because it might get kind of distracting to the people that might be watching the JV game as they're trying to watch that game and they're hearing our pregame over the top of it. So I just didn't, since I already started it like that, I didn't want to just cut it off and not do it. So that's where we are. So you can catch us in multiple ways on the radio, 1240 AM on your dial if you are in the Benoit County area. We have a little bit bigger reach in Benoit County, but just depending on where you're at, whether or not you can get our signal. Once again, that's not so. You can share head to our Facebook page for KOFE 1240 AM You can find a YouTube link there that is audio only, that you can share around to your friends and family as well as the NFHS network also. So we've got multiple ways for you to catch the action for Lumberjack sports. Taking a look at the league standings or the overall standings, the Orofino Maniacs currently sit on top of the league in the early going of the season. No league games yet, but just due to overall records, that's where they are at. Orofino with a 2-0 record on the season. They beat McCall Donnelly in their last game 50-48. They will be at Timberline Weippe on the 9th of December. Priest River, they are sitting with a 2-0 overall record. No league games for them. They do have a league game coming up, though. They did beat Wallace 63-29 in their last action, and they will be taking on former 3A league opponent, but now a 2A league opponent, as they both move down at the same time. It'll be Priest River and Kellogg taking going into action against each other on the 8th of December. Priest River currently sits 11th in the 2A power rankings. Kellogg, they are 0-0 in league play, 2-1 in regular season. They lost to Timberlake 70-60 in the Silver Valley Tournament Championship, and they are at Priest River on the 8th of December. St. Mary's 1-0 in the regular season in their overall record. No league action for them as of yet, of course. They beat Kendrick 69-48. We know, of course, they are playing Timberlake tonight. They are 8th in the power rankings on idahosports.com. Grangeville, they are at the bottom of the 2A Central Idaho League at the moment with an 0-2 record overall. They played McCall Donnelly last night, supposedly. There's been no score posted for that, though, so I do not know what their actual current record is because of that non-score posted if they played it. There's nothing saying that they postponed it or anything. They will be at Moscow on the 10th of December. They are currently 19th in the 2A power rankings, according to idahosports.com. The idahosports.com power rankings are as follows for 2A, the top 5, Marcin, Melba, Orofino, Kellogg, and North Star Christian. There's no coaches poll. There was a preseason coaches poll put out, but that has not been put up in the overall coaches polls on idahosports.com. And also the media polls have not had any movement or anything going on there just yet, too early in the season, I believe. And the Max Preps rankings, which those ones have the biggest implications for state tournament seeding, those I think it's too early in the season as there's been no movement on the Max Preps rankings either. There's nothing even showing for the rankings yet for boys or girls basketball. Good luck to the girls, by the way. They are in Potlatch tonight. I think that might have only been a varsity game. They might actually be underway down there already. So good luck to them on their game in Potlatch. That's been a look at the standings for 2A and the Idaho Sports rankings for the power rankings. We'll take a quick break, a word from our sponsors, and be back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off right here on 1240 KOFE St. Mary's.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to safety. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the Hot Deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to safety.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Quick update on that JV game. The Lumberjack JV boys currently lead at 47-39 with 3.5 to go in the contest. And a fairly easy layup missed there by one of the young freshmen for the Lumberjacks. But Lumberjacks have a decent lead at the moment, but lots of time left in this JV game. It still could go the way of the Tigers if the Lumberjacks let up any. So back to the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off as the Lumberjacks early in their season for the boys. They did start the season, though, with a win over the Kendrick Tigers last Saturday. Kendrick looking to be a solid team in their division, which is the 1A D2, I do believe. They're in that White Pine League. And they made a trip to state last year, I think it was, that I was looking at from our pregame last week, and they're looking to try to do that again this year. So we'll see what the Tigers can do. I think they're a pretty formidable opponent, as Lumberjacks did beat them, though, 69-48. And a little background, though, the Prairie, they beat Prairie earlier in their season. I think it was the first game of the season for Kendrick, as they beat Prairie, the Pirates. And that team's usually pretty good. So just a little background information there with the opponents, that Lumberjacks opponent that the Lumberjacks have faced this season for the boys. This week, though, they move up a few classifications to play the 3A Intermountain League Tigers out of Timberlake. And the Lumberjacks, well, they did a lot of good things in that game last Saturday. One of the things that I really liked seeing was the Lumberjacks had 7 of their 8 players that had playing time score points, and that is a really good thing to see happen on the floor. That means they got some pretty good production off of the bench as well. And all 8 of the players that did get playing time did contribute. They had some, everybody had assists or right rebounds or something like that. So it was a very good first game showing for kind of a new look Lumberjacks team, honestly. The only returning starters, Grayson Sands, Dylan Holder, Trace Wicks, Wyatt Holmes, those guys, maybe not Wyatt Holmes so much, but Holder and Badgett, and really I think that's about it I can think of right off the top of my head. Didn't see quite as much playing time last year on that varsity roster, and neither really did Tristan Hill or Tyler Renner. They kind of had some minutes, but not as many minutes as obviously the top guys, which we graduated, 5 or 6 guys last year. So really the only known player 100% was Grayson Sands in the returning role. And in that first game, some of those other guys showed up and showed what they can do. You know, Trace Wicks finished with 13 points in that game. Only 3 of 10 from three-point range, which if he gets going in the game from three-point range, teams need to really look out. I watched him in the JV years, and if he got on fire, if he got rolling from outside, he would just knock them down one after another. So teams have got to look out for that. And he is also not the only three-point shooter on the team. Grayson Sands is almost the same way. If he gets going, he can hit him from outside. Who else? Wyatt Holmes is capable of shooting from outside. Seth Swallows is capable of shooting outside. Dylan Holder, just about the whole team can shoot from outside. The only guy that you may not see take too many shots from outside, and I don't expect to see Tyler Renner take a lot of outside shots, but Tristan Hill is a true inside post player really on the team, and I don't expect to see him shooting from outside, but just about anybody else on the team, I wouldn't be surprised to see knock down a 3 or 2 this season. The Lumberjacks, not only did they have just about everybody score, they out-rebounded the Tigers, and they outshot the Tigers as well. A couple of negative stats, though, out of that game, in my opinion, was St. Mary's had 18 turnovers and 16 personal fouls. So, to some, the Lumberjacks might have not a lot of depth, really. They've got, I think, last week the roster I got to start the season had 9 players on that roster. They did have the 2 Barta boys, Jack and Brock, also suit up for varsity in Kendrick. So that was made 9, 10, 11 players on the varsity roster at the moment, at least with the floaters. But really, like I said, only 8 of them played last week in that game against Kendrick. So fouls could be an issue on occasion if St. Mary's finds themselves in foul trouble. They want to avoid that. Quick update on this JV game. The Tigers have cut it to a 5-point lead with a minute and a half to go. It is 50-45. St. Mary's currently with the ball. So that is the detrimental thing to that. 18 turnovers. According to my stats, St. Mary's last year averaged only 10 turnovers a game. So 16 in that first game. It's the first game of the season. You're going to see a few numbers higher that you don't want to see high. And things get to rolling out, we'll start to get an average of things. So it's nothing to worry about this early in the season, but it is something that I will keep an eye on in these first couple of games of the year to see if they do start to drop as far as the turnovers are concerned. In any case, this is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off on 1240 KOFE in St. Mary's. And we got the Timberlake Tigers coming into town to take on the Lumberjacks. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
for mentoring my coaches so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Final 4 seconds of the JV game, and the Lumberjacks are going to come away with the victory. Lumberjack JV, they are 1-1 now on the season. They beat the Timberlake Tigers tonight. 53-47 was the final for the JV boys game here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. So congratulations to the JV boys in getting their first win after a tough loss to the Kendrick Tigers the other day. Way to bounce back, get some things straightened out in their week of practice leading up to this game. So nice job by the Lumberjack JV team. I was only got here in the third quarter, so I don't quite see how they played the whole game, but they look like they were playing pretty good here this evening. Anyways, back to the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off as the Lumberjack varsity boys get set to come out to the Lumberjack band playing as they are going to be coming out of their locker room. The Lumberjacks tonight, they will need to do pretty much everything they did against Kendrick. Obviously, you want to see them do everything a little bit better, but they'll have to keep, like I mentioned before the break, we're going to want to see better fouls and or less fouls, I guess, not better fouls, less fouls and less turnovers in this contest tonight, and hopefully they can do that. Like I said, nobody really fouled out. There was a couple of guys that ended up with 3 fouls in that last game. Actually, let me see. I've got the stats here. Personal fouls. The only one, we had 2 guys, Tristan Hill and Wyatt Holmes, both ended up with 3 fouls. Trace Wicks ended up with 4, so he came close to fouling out. So you want to keep those guys under at least that 3 or under number as far as fouls are considered. They get 5 fouls in a game. If they get 5, obviously they are finished in the game. So you don't want to see anybody getting above 3 fouls really, especially early in the game. If you hit 3 fouls in the fourth quarter, then that's not so bad. But you don't want to see 3 fouls in the first quarter, second quarter. You don't want to have that many fouls in because it's going to pull. If it's your starters, it's going to pull your starter off, and he's going to get limited action until later in the game. So that's key with the Lumberjacks as they find out where their depth is and how their depth is for the boys this year. And again, it is easier said than done to do that sometimes, especially depending on who you're playing. Kendrick was a pretty good team. They were pretty physical. I watched some of this Timberlake team playing against Kellogg. They were very physical, it appeared. So St. Mary's is going to have to deal with some physicality. Not saying that they can't handle it, not saying that St. Mary's can't be physical themselves. The St. Mary's has big boys out there themselves that like to get out there and push on you. So it's not unknown for St. Mary's, obviously, to play physical basketball. But this will be maybe a little bit better test, maybe not. I don't know how good Timberlake is yet. They do have a 2-1 record on the season. We'll get into more of that here in a little bit when we get to talking about the Tigers. But that is probably going to be one of the things tonight. St. Mary's against Kendrick. One thing I don't think I mentioned it, they had 4 players that scored double digits last week against Kendrick. Grayson Sands had 15. Trace Wicks had 13. Jared Badgett had 10. Tyler Renner had 12. two other players had almost, I mean, they're right there on the cusp. Dylan Holder finished with 9, and Tristan Hill finished with 8. The Lumberjacks were on the cusp of having 6 out of the 7 players that scored, scoring in double digits, which is huge. Huge as far as if you can have that many guys that can hit shots, then you know you've got plenty of depth in the shooting side of things when just about all of your top 8, 9 guys can score that much. So that bodes well for the Lumberjacks as far as depth is concerned. Again, that would be great to see happen every game, but you just never know if that's going to happen every game. But what it does do is it doesn't allow teams, if you can consistently get that, 3 out of 4 games, something like that, it does show that it's going to be harder for teams to take away your threats, because a lot of times at the 2A level, you've got 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky, players that can score points at will. So if St. Mary's has 8 of them, it makes it a bit more difficult for your opponents to take away just that 1 or 2 players. They're just not going to be able to do it. So if St. Mary's can consistently prove that they can score close to double digits with 5 or 6 guys a game, that's going to make things difficult for opponents that have to face St. Mary's. So consistency in keeping those scoring numbers up is big for Lumberjacks as well. Lumberjacks were also very unselfish up in Kendrick, as that's typical, it seems like, with Lumberjack basketball. St. Mary's boys, they had 15 assists in that game against Kendrick. So that's another thing that is good and helps the scoring numbers get up there a little bit higher for each player. After Timberlake, this Friday, St. Mary's are going to be playing what looks to be a very tough Lakeside team, as they had a year, kind of a down year last year. They didn't make state last year, but they still had a pretty solid team last year. But they are right now, I believe, 2-0. They beat these Timberlake Tigers 81-59, I believe it was, or it was 89-51. We'll get to that final score a little bit later as well. But they also beat Mullen, I believe, 81 to something. It was up there in the 80s. So they're averaging over 80 points a game as Lakeside. So that's kind of a little bit of a testing point. We'll see, what St. Mary's does, how St. Mary's fares against Timberlake tonight. Kind of give you an idea of how that game against Lakeside will go on Friday night. I'm really looking forward to that game. Kind of like the Battle of the Benoit County. You got the Plummer Lakeside Knights and the St. Mary's Lumberjacks doing battle. In any case, this is the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll recap some of the numbers from St. Mary's statistically.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benoit, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With 6 professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further
than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than at Everyone's Hardware and Lumber Store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere on 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium as this game was set to tip off at 7 o'clock, but due to the JV game taking just a little bit longer, as close games sometimes do, we are 11 minutes out until the tip-off for this game, as it is your St. Mary's Lumberjacks hosting the Tigers of Timberlake from the 3A Intermountain League. And this is pretty cool. I didn't quite notice it, but when we were in Kendrick, as everybody knows, Coach Teft going through some health issues just leave it at that. But the Kendrick Tigers, they all wore, their whole team wore for warm-ups the shirts that had been designed and thought up here by, well, I'm not sure who did it, but they were designed in Coach Teft, let's just put it that way, Lumberjack Strong, with Coach Teft up there on the shirt. So there was a whole bunch of Kendrick. Of course, we know Coach Teft hails from Kendrick. And so everybody in Kendrick just about had those shirts on. The Kendrick Tigers varsity came out and warmed up in those. There was pictures taken afterwards that we post on our Facebook page. Well, I just now noticed it. The Timberlake Tigers are wearing then their warm-up shirts. They've got the kind of a green shirt that says family on the back. And they have Lumberjacks across the front. So there's another shout out I want to give a kudos to so far the two teams that we've taken on. And I don't know if these shirts are being worn for Coach Teft or just because of everything that's going on. We had a lot of tragedy in that Thanksgiving week in St. Mary, so it might just be kind of a culmination of all of what has happened. But it's really cool to see the teams coming in and showing their support of our community as well in what they are wearing for their warm-up. So it's really cool to see. In any case, back into our Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off, looking at the stats. I know we've already kind of mentioned most of these, but going to go over them again as they are part of the pregame. St. Mary's, these will, as the season goes on, become the averages of what we are scoring against teams, what we are allowing teams to score. Only one game under our belt, so these are basically just the stats from Kendrick. St. Mary's scored 69. The Tigers scored 48, and that is a 21-point differential. That obviously will change as the season goes on. Coach Chase, though, I've been keeping track of this as of late. Last year I started this. Coach Chase now has a 152-37 record as the head coach for the Lumberjacks in his 9th season. Talk about a heck of a record. If I remember right, that comes down to less or right around 5 to 6 losses per season. That is huge. That's just an incredible record. And I know it's not just Coach Chase. It's the players that buy in to his program, that work hard for him, play for him, and do their hardest at every game. But this is all, of course, Coach Chase's. This is Coach Chase's. It's his record, and it's all the Lumberjacks' record as well. But it's an 80.4 winning percentage. so far for Coach Chase in his first 8 years coaching the Lumberjacks. We kind of talked about it last week that they've been to state all 8 years. Only 2 years did they not finish third place or better. So again, just an incredible legacy, kind of like a dynasty being built, and hopefully many more years of this success to come. Team averages, field goal percentage, St. Mary's shot 41% in Kendrick from the field, 34% from three-point range, 88% from the free throw line. All pretty solid numbers. I think you want to see the field goal percentage up a little bit higher, three-point shooting up a little bit higher. St. Mary's had 43 rebounds in that game, 15 assists, 16 turnovers, and 9 steals. Kendrick, they shot 32% from the field, 21% from three-point range, 68% from the free throw line. They had 25 rebounds, 4 assists, 13 turnovers, and 6 steals in the game. Individual leaders, and again, these will become averages of the leading scorers and stuff as the season goes on. But first game of the season in points, it was Grayson Sands, a senior, with 15 points. Trace Wicks, a senior, with 13 points. Tyler Renner, a senior, with 12. And Jared Badge, a senior, with 10 points. And again, Holder finished with 9. He's a senior. And Tristan Hill, a senior, finished with 8 in that game. So I wanted to go ahead and mention them as well. In the assist category, Tristan Hill had 4 assists. Grayson Sands also had 4. Dylan Holder had 2. Rebounds, Tristan Hill had 10. Wyatt Holmes had 7. Grayson Sands also had 7. Dylan Holder with 6, and Seth Swallows with 4. And in steals, Jared Badgett led the team with 3 steals. Grayson Sands and Dylan Holder each had 2 steals apiece. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with a look at the Timberlake Tigers.
Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturday. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Tim Parrish back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. The Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off. 4 minutes until opening ceremonies. Lumberjacks hosting the Timberlake Tigers of the 3A Intermountain League. They are coached by Mike LaFontaine. They are 2-1 on the season. They have wins over Wallace and Kellogg at the Silver Valley Tournament. They were actually the Silver Valley Tournament champions. Their only loss was just the other night to Lakeside out of Plummer. They lost 81-59 to Lakeside. They were 7-15 last year. So far this year in their 3 games, they are averaging 64 points per game. They are allowing 59 points per game. The Tigers are looking to do better than last year's record. They're also looking to push the Bonners Ferry Badgers for a spot at the state tournament, as that is now just a 2-team league, and I believe they only get 1 spot at state. The Tigers have started the season 2-1 with wins over Wallace and Kellogg, and their 1 loss once again comes to Lakeside, 81-59. The Jacks tonight, they are going to have to play. The Jacks will have to play the Knights on Friday night. The Tigers, like I said, have a new head coach. They do have several returning players that the new coach will look to lead the team, hopefully to a district title over the Bonners Ferry Badgers and a trip to state. Some of the returning guys, I know one of them is Raj Olivieri. He's a senior. Again, Asen McCluskey, a senior, and Jacob Valieris, a senior. Hunter Higgins, a senior, and Wyatt MacArthur, a senior. Those will probably be the guys that LaFontaine looks to lead this team this year with their experience, obviously, in the varsity level. Another quick thing, that's the roster that I got from the Tigers. It's pretty cool. They show their academic scores, or whatever I guess you want to call it, their GPA, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the players have very good grade point averages. It's really cool to see. They all have about a 3.0 is McCluskey, Yetter, Valieris, Higgins, and Higgins has a 3.5. Vaughn Higgins has a 3.5. Hunter Higgins has a 3.0. And Wyatt MacArthur has a 3.5. So good athletes and good students apparently as well. It's always kind of cool to see certain things included on a roster for a game. Anyways, let's see here. The Tigers, they do look to play a physical style. They've got some pretty big bodies down there, so St. Mary's is going to have to contend with that, get physical back with them, and also try to maintain not getting the fouls. The Lumberjacks, well, for one, Timberlake wants to come in here tonight and make up for that loss to Lakeside. They want to prove that they are better than what that score showed. But they also want to get redemption over the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's, I didn't look any further back, but St. Mary's swept the Tigers last year 60-30 and 69-41. I look for this to be a physical, hard-fought ball game tonight here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Upcoming schedule on the 7th, JV and varsity boys are going to host, well, that's tonight. The girls are at Potlatch. That game was at 6 p.m., should be about over. The 9th and the 10th, the wrestling team will be at the George Wild tournament in Kellogg. Good luck to them. Also on the 9th, the JV and varsity boys will be at Lakeside, 5:30 and 7 p.m. We do plan on going to that game. And on the 10th, the girls were supposed to be at Wallace, but that game was canceled due to a lack of officials. So that's pretty much wraps up our countdown to tip-off. I was hoping to get one more break in before they did step into the national anthem and stuff, but we did not get, I don't think I'm going to have time for taking that break. We've got this Lumberjack band going to be performing the national anthem, so we want to get that on the air. And so we will keep it here for that national anthem and then the starting lineup as both teams are getting ready for this matchup. So here we go with the national anthem. That was the national anthem performed by the St. Mary's High School Band here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. Now we'll get your starting lineups, and of course they will start with the visiting Tigers of Timberlake. We'll have the 5'7" senior guard, it looks like. Number 1, Raj Olivieri. It'd be a 6'3" senior, number 11, Asen McCluskey. A 6'3" senior, Jacob Valeries, number 15. 6'2" senior, number 23, Hunter Higgins. And number 34, 5'11" senior, Wyatt MacArthur. Now the starters for the Lumberjacks. It'll be the senior guard, number 1, 6-foot-tall senior guard, Grayson Sand, starting for the Lumberjacks. It'll be the number 2, 5'9" senior guard, number 2, Jared Badgett. It'll be the number 5, 6'1" senior guard, Dylan Holder. The number 23, 5'9" senior guard, Trace Wick. And the number 55, 6'6" senior post. I've got him as a guard for some reason on the roster. Senior post, it is Tristan Hill for the Lumberjacks. Of course, Lumberjacks coached by Brian Chase. He is assisted by A.J. Bechtel. And we are ready. Lumberjacks in their white and green uniforms. White with green highlights, or high green piping and stripes on the letters. The Tigers in their all blue with gold and white on their jerseys. And those shirts I said that Timberlake was wearing, now they're bringing them out. And I think they're presenting their shirts to the Lumberjacks. So that's really, really cool. They've got, or maybe they've got separate ones for the Lumberjacks. They've given some to the coaches. So again, a very awesome showing from the Tigers. Okay. I think they're wanting to take a quick picture of this as well. Let's see if I can get my camera open on my tablet in time. As they're going to get a picture of it here. So will I. So now we're just about ready to get things going. Again, great sportsmanship, great just a great thing from the Timberlake Tigers towards the Lumberjacks here today. The Lumberjacks in their white with green, the Tigers in blue with gold lettering. The Lumberjacks going left to right on your radio dial as the Tigers go right to left in the opening tip. It'll be Tristan Hill going up against Asen McCluskey at midcourt for the opening tip. 8 minutes on the scoreboard. We are ready to get things going here from Lumberjack Gymnasium. 3 officials here tonight. The official steps in. Ball is up, controlled by the Lumberjacks. Grayson Sands has it in the backcourt. Surveys, gets things going. Heads to the right side of the floor. Kicks it to the corner to Holder. Holder for 3 right off the bat. It's a little bit hard. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound goes to the Tigers, and they'll bring it back on offense. Into the hands of McCluskey. He's going to bring it to the left side, down to the corner, into the hands of Higgins. Higgins into the paint. Kicks it back out to McCluskey. McCluskey fakes the 3, steps inside the three-point range, kicks the ball back down to the corner to Higgins on the left side. Higgins working against Holder. Gets into the paint, kicks the ball out to the far side. Valieras with a 3. It's no good. Rebound goes to Dylan Holder. Both teams with a 3, no shot made. Down to Badgett underneath. Badgett low post, puts it up and good after one dribble, up and in. Lumberjacks strike first. Then the Tigers throw the ball away on the ensuing possession, trying to get a pass down the floor in a fast break. Couldn't get it under control. It is 2-0 Lumberjacks lead. St. Mary's brings the ball down. It is Grayson Sands controlling it for the Jacks. He has it about midcourt. He has one guy out on him. I believe it's Higgins. He's going to make his way to the right. Decides to pick up his dribble. Looks for an outlet. Gets it to Wicks. Wicks into the low post to Hill. Hill hard off the glass. Can't get the shot to go. Highly contested by the Tigers. I think they're hoping for a foul. Tigers with the rebound. Olivieri down inside. Couldn't get an open shot. They get number 23 Higgins wide open for three. It's no good. Ball tipped around. Out of bounds. Last touched by the Lumberjacks, they say. So the ball will stay with the Timberlake Tigers. 6:38 first quarter. Lumberjacks lead at 2-0. It'll be Hunter Higgins to trigger the inbound pass from baseline. He goes into Olivieri in the corner. Up to the top now, around to the right side of the floor. Back to the elbow. Finding a wide open MacArthur. His shot no good. Rebound goes to, well, that was Badgett with the shot as I messed up my thing there. We're going to get a timeout taken as the Lumberjacks score, and a timeout taken by the Tigers. 4-0 Lumberjacks lead. We'll be back.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quick. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
We're back. 4-0 lead for the Lumberjacks here early in this one. Both, all 4 points coming from Jared Badgett. St. Mary's into a press. Tigers trying to get it to the timeline. Still hold it in the backcourt. St. Mary's holding them off pretty good. Now they get it across the timeline. Out to the right side of the floor into McCluskey's hand. He kicks it to the corner here on the left side. Back to the wing. Tigers working it around the perimeter into the hands of Higgins on the right side. Higgins brings it up to the top. St. Mary's looks to be in a man defense at the moment. Higgins going to test the right side. Kicks it to the corner to Olivieri. Olivieri back to Higgins in the short low post. He's going to spin his way into the paint. Shot is off the back of the iron. It won't fall. Rebound goes to Trace Wicks, and the Lumberjacks on the run. Wicks picks up the dribble at the right wing. Goes over to Badgett. Now to Holder to Sands in the corner from Badgett, and Sands knocks down the three. Badgett with the assist. It's 7-0 Lumberjacks lead. Again, Lumberjacks putting a lot of pressure on. Into the paint. Going to get the shot. No, it was not a shot. They were passing down to the low post into Valieras. Sands had his hand on the ball, hoping to get the steal, but instead he gets the foul called against him, and that's the first foul of the contest. Going to get a substitution as it's going to be coming in for the Lumberjacks. Tyler Renner. Lumberjacks going a little bit taller on the floor as Trace Wicks comes out. Tigers inbound. Right wing. Now down to the corner, right side of the floor, back to the top. Working on that side was Valieras. He gets it back to the corner, right side. Low post ball tipped up in the air. And that was tipped up by Tristan Hill. It was almost into the bucket. It was the Tigers ended up with it back. The shot was no good. Tyler Renner with the rebound. 3-point shot on the way from Grayson Sands, and that one is good. And don't let Grayson Sands get on fire from outside. 10-0 early lead for the Lumberjacks. Tigers right side, up the top to Olivieri. He's going to take the floater from the free throw line. Shot won't go for the Tigers. They get the offensive rebound, though. Shot on the way from three-point range. Again, it won't go. And it's going to be Jared Badgett sneaking away with the rebound. He finds Sands. Sands trying to get fancy with the pass. Ball loose. Renner able to get it. Renner trying to feed it inside, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. So the Lumberjacks will get away with a little bit of sloppiness for a moment there. Sands tried a nifty little behind-the-back pass thing. It didn't work out really well, and the ball ended up luckily going out of bounds off the Tigers. Into the paint, into Renner. Renner one hop and puts it up and good. And the Lumberjacks lead at 12-0 here early in the contest. Tigers coming back down, trying to get their first bucket. Shot up, no good. Foul call. That's going to go against Tyler Renner. Team's second foul. Should be the second foul. I already have second one on the board up there. I think they just knew it was there, so they put it up there. That'll send the Tigers to the free throw line. the number 33 of Vaughn Higgins to the charity stripe for the first time. First free throw is going to rattle home. Badgett comes out. Wicks goes in. Second free throw was no good. Rebound goes to Hill. And the Lumberjacks take the ball the other way. Trace Wicks with the ball. Top of the key. Goes up to Grayson Sands. Sands on the left side of the floor. Sands, little crossover dribble. Gets the shot blocked. Rebound goes to Hill, though. Lumberjacks keep possession. Ball to Hill. Now to Sands. Sands, long three, and he could make him, but that one's short. That one off the front of the rim. Rebound to the Tigers. Quickly the other way, it's the Tigers. Higgins down in the corner to MacArthur. Looking inside the Olivieri, and there's going to be a bump there by Trace Wicks, and Wicks gets called for the Lumberjacks' third foul of the first quarter. And again, Lumberjacks had some issues with that in the last game. Early fouls. They're going to get Tristan Hill out of the game now. They're going to switch him out for Wyatt Holmes, the junior. Tigers inbound, up the top, into the hands of Yetter. Now to Olivieri on this near side, back to the right. Now to the top of the key. Looking into the elbow. Short corner, right side. Shot is up and good, and that is MacArthur. (12-3) Lumberjacks lead. They're trying to get a pass to Renner. Renner falls down. Turnover on the Lumberjacks. 3-point shot on the way by the number 11. That shot no good. A couple of Lumberjacks fighting for the rebound. It ends up being, I believe, Holder. And Grayson Sands going to turn the ball over on a pass down the floor. Lumberjacks showing back into the press. Actually, it looks like the 2-2-1 trap this time. Tigers get it to the middle of the court, find it, get it broke pretty quickly, but we're going to get some sort of a turnover on the Tigers. Not 100% sure what it was, maybe a travel. Lumberjacks will inbound from side court. 3:01 to go first quarter. St. Mary's up 12-3 over the Tigers. Grayson Sands has the ball, left wing, picks up his dribble near the sideline, looks to the low post to Renner. Renner spins underneath his defender. Nice move by Renner, goes up strong, puts it up and good. Renner, in one of the practices I went to, was really working hard on that posting up underneath. Going to get a turnover on the Tigers. Sands going to try to drive from the left side. He's going to be fouled. That'll be the first foul against the Tigers. That one goes against Jacob Yetter. 14-13, Jacks lead. Lumberjacks take out underneath. 2:35 to go first period. Into Renner. Renner left side, now to Holder. Holder to Sands. In the corner, no look over to Renner. Renner back to the low post, kicks it back out to Sands. Sands triggers the quick three, short. Going to get Wicks with the rebound as he tipped it out to Renner. Renner puts it up and good. Coming back the other way, the Tigers quickly trying to get a little fast break action. Olivieri, right wing, back to the top of the key now into Yetter. Lumberjacks on defense. Looks like a zone. Tigers slow down a little bit. 3-point shot on the way. It is short. Going to get a rebound to Wicks. Wicks takes it the other way. Backs it out into the corner on the right side. Gives it up to Holder. Holder drives. Finds some room. Shot up and good. Nice move by Dylan Holder. We're going to get a full timeout taken by the Tigers. Lumberjacks lead at 18-3. First quarter action. 1:52 to go. We'll be back.
St. Joe Potty Huts in St. Mary's is a proud Lumberjack supporter. St. Joe Potty Huts is a portable restroom rental RV pump service in Benoit County, also serving Shoshone and Kootenai counties. So for your next large gathering, wedding, family reunion, birthday party, or maybe you're having a remodel done and you need some extra facilities, call St. Joe Potty Huts at 245-4887. 245-4887. St. Joe Potty Hut says, go Lumberjacks! When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family.
Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new express lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. Now we're back after the Tiger timeout. They'll inbound to a full-court press from the Lumberjacks. Tigers get it back across the timeline, though, as Yetter brings it down the left side, all the way to the low post. Shot up and good by Jacob Yetter. He decided just to do it all himself on that one. St. Mary's back the other way. 18-5. St. Mary's up by 13 with 1:32 to go in the game, in the first quarter. Long three by Wicks. That is off the mark. Rebound by Renner. Renner's shot won't go. Then he got his own rebound once again, and he was fouled on the floor. St. Mary's going to make some substitutions. That foul goes against the 33 of Vaughn Higgins. His first, team's second. St. Mary's inbounds baseline. Sands looking for somebody to get it into. Going to go up to the top to Wicks. Now back to Sands. Sands left side, works into the low post to Renner. Renner, it's going to be called a jump ball. Possession goes to the Tigers. It was going to be, Renner was trying to spin and try to get the shot up, but he was double teamed. He was going to try to kick the ball out. It ended up getting called as a jump ball. Tigers with the ball. Olivieri kicks the ball to the elbow, back to the top of the key now to Higgins. Higgins into the paint, kicks it out to the wing to his brother Higgins, I believe. Shot is blocked. Another shot up by the Tigers. It's no good. And the rebound goes to Sands. 18-5 with 50 seconds left in the first period. Sands drives, kicks it out to Wicks. In the left corner, Wicks brings it to the top, kicks it over to Badgett. Badgett on the right side, picks up his dribble, backs it back out to Wicks. Now to Sands as they work it around the top right now, slowing things down for the final shot of the period. Sands takes it between the circles, near the midcourt line, gets a screen from Renner, works it to the right side, now to Wicks in the corner, back to Sands on the wing. Lumberjacks being patient. Back out to Badgett. Badgett, little head fake, looks inside. Nice move by, it looked like a nice move by Renner, but he even called for the travel. 18 seconds on the clock. We're going to get Grayson Sands with his first breather as Tristan Hill checks back in. 18-5, Jack lead first period. Yetter with the ball. Swings it over. That wasn't Yetter. Yeah, it was. Yetter. Now back to Yetter up top. Cross-court pass to the left corner. Now back to the low post. Ball is going to be stripped away by Wicks, and I think Wicks is going to get called for a foul here. That was Wicks' second foul, fourth team foul for the Lumberjacks in the first quarter. Up to the top of the key. 4 seconds. Olivieri back to the top to Yetter. Yetter triggers the long three off the back of the iron. It's no good. And that is how the first quarter comes to an end with the Lumberjacks leading 18-5. We'll be back. It's back. The workwear sale at Timber Country in St. Mary's is on now. Deals on Carhartt, Key, flannels, and much, much more. How about 25% off of Carhartt jackets and vests? It's Timber Country's workwear sale going on now at Timber Country on Main Street in St. Mary's. And we are back. Now we are back. Good first quarter for the Lumberjacks, outscoring the Tigers 18-5. St. Mary's shot 53% from the floor in the first period of play. The Tigers only 15%. So good start for St. Mary's as far as that's concerned. 12 rebounds for St. Mary's. Timberlake with just 5 in the first period. And let's see, 4 points off turnovers for St. Mary's. Turnover numbers are even with 3 apiece. But Lumberjacks have 4 points off turnovers. The Tigers have none. And St. Mary's 6 points off the bench already as well. So another positive for the Lumberjacks. So let's take a look and see who is on the floor for St. Mary's. Grayson Sands is checking back in. Wyatt Holmes is off. Badgett is on. Renner is off. Tristan Hill is on. Okay, so we got the lineup set for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks with the ball to start second period of play. Sands with the ball. Swings it into the right wing to Holder. Holder looks to a cutting Hill. Hill back out to Holder. Now cross court to Wicks. Tigers look to be in a man defense. Low post. Hill goes up strong and puts it up and good. Going to give Wicks the assist on that one. 20-5. St. Mary's back up to 15. That's the biggest lead they've had. MacArthur with the ball. Short corner. Drives. No look pass to the top to Yetter. Over to Olivieri on the right wing. Now looking to the short, or the elbow. Ball tipped back out. Back to the top of the key. Yetter trying to feed it inside. Ball tipped out by Hill. We're going to get a steal by Hill and a turnover on the Tigers. Going to get a pull-up jumper from Sands from about 12 feet out. It's up and good by Grayson Sands. Lumberjacks stretch that now. 17 as the biggest lead, and we're going to get a foul going the other way. It's going to be a hack job, I guess, by Grayson Sands, and that is foul number 2 on him. Grayson Sands will come out after that foul. They'll get Tyler Renner in there for him. With the depth the way it is for St. Mary's, you've got to definitely be smart with your substitutions when you get fouls. Give it a little bit off. And there's an offensive foul as Higgins got the whistle. I seen it from up here. It was Hunter Higgins who a little bit of elbow action into Dylan Holder, and he got the whistle against him, and he kind of looked like, what did I do? But that was plain as day from even up here when he shoved him in the gut with the elbow. Down to Badgett. Badgett, left side, drives, kicks it back out. Renner to Holder. Holder for 3, in and out. Ball tipped around. Can the Lumberjacks keep it in play? No, they can't. Rebound to the Tigers. Tigers quickly down the floor. Underneath. They get the ball underneath. It's up. It's no good. Rebound to Wicks. And the Lumberjacks are going to turn it over going the other way, trying for the fast break opportunity. Checking in for the Tigers, number 33, Vaughn Higgins. Coming out will be Hunter Higgins. I'm assuming they're brothers. They may not be, but they will replace each other on the floor. Yetter brings it down for the Tigers. Between the circles, swings it to the right wing. Top of the key. Now they hand it off to Higgins. Higgins works his way to the right side of the floor. Back to the top. A little bit of a weave on that side. Into the hands of McCluskey. He's going to go into the paint. Shot up off the glass. No good. And the rebound goes to Hill. Lumberjacks defense contending everything. I didn't see who turned that over. We get a steal, though, by the Tigers. And a shot up and good by Yetter. St. Mary's now going to have to call a timeout. St. Mary's turning the ball over a little bit too much right now. It's 22-7. Lumberjacks lead. St. Mary's with the timeout. We'll be back in 30.
Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Now we are back. St. Mary's with a quick timeout as the Lumberjacks had a couple of quick turnovers there. 5:48 to go in the first half. St. Mary's with a nice lead, 22-7. St. Mary's outscored the Tigers 18-5 in the first. Wicks with the ball, right wing, up the top of the key, looking into the low post to Renner. The Tigers, good defense, almost wipe it away. They get it out to Holder. Holder's shot won't go from three-point range. The rebound, though, goes to Tristan Hill, and Hill goes up strong and puts it up and good. Tigers working it down to the low post. Shot up, won't fall. Offensive rebound. Ball's going to go out of bounds off of St. Mary's. On the next, I believe it was another shot. And it's going to be basically a team rebound as the Tigers will get it back into the free throw line. Back out to the wing. 3-point shot on the way. That is no good. It's going to be Dylan Holder skying high for the rebound. Holder to Badgett. It gets deflected, though. Another turnover on St. Mary's. A steal by the Tigers. And the 11 of McCluskey is going to lay it up and in after the turnover by St. Mary's. St. Mary's needs to settle it down a little bit. 24-9 is the current score. Badgett with the ball, left side. Drives. Is going to be fouled, and that foul will go against the 12 of Yetter. That is his second foul. I believe it shows the team's fourth. I didn't put one on that stat sheet earlier. Lumberjacks will inbound. Trying to get it into Hill. It's going to come off of a Tiger player. Lucky for the Lumberjacks, it was a bad pass by Badgett as he tried to skip it into Hill. Luckily, it goes out of bounds off of the Tigers, so St. Mary's will keep possession. This time into the low post to Renner. Renner tries a reverse layup, can't get it in. The rebound is taken by Hill. Hill goes up for the shot. It won't fall, and I believe it should be a shooting foul, and it is. That foul goes against Yetter, and that is his third foul of the contest. Tristan Hill, 66% from the free throw line in Kendrick. He makes the first one. Yetter comes out. Valieras checks in. And Von Higgins checks out. Hunter Higgins comes back in for the Tigers. 25-9. Lumberjacks lead. Hill's second free throw. That one is short. Goes out of bounds. That one missed everything by Hill. I don't know what happened on that one. Lumberjacks not showing any backcourt pressure this time. They've only got one guy in the backcourt. That's Tyler Renner. Olivieri comes out, swings it to the corner to Valieras, back to McCluskey. McCluskey up to Valieras, up to Olivieri. Now to the right side, 3-point shot on the way, and that is the number 23 of Hunter Higgins with a three. (25-12). It's a 13-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Trace Wicks has it, cutting baseline, tries to swing out to Holder. It's going to be deflected out of bounds by the Tigers. And going to get it some subs as the Lumberjacks going to change up personnel. Wicks comes out, Hill comes out, Grayson Sands, Wyatt Holmes back in. 25-12 the score. Lumberjacks lead it, 4:10 to go. Both teams have put 7 points on the board here in the second quarter. Sands looking to get it in, gets it to Badgett. Badgett back to Sands. Sands on the left side of the floor. Guarded by Higgins. Works it to the right side. Finds Badgett in the corner. Badgett low post to Renner. Renner goes up. His shot is going to be blocked. Rebound was to Holmes. Holmes gets out to Badgett. Badgett for a long two. It's no good. I think it was Holder with the rebound, and Holder gets the shot up and good. Tigers underneath. Now back out to the right wing, down to the corner, left corner. Driving is Higgins. Shot is partially blocked. It was a rebound to Holmes, and St. Mary's turns it over. And then the Lumberjacks foul Olivieri. That'll send him to the free throw line. That'll be Dylan Holder's first foul, team sixth. And Raj Olivieri, who has not found the bottom of the net yet tonight, goes to the free throw line for the Tigers. 27-12, Lumberjacks lead. First shot is up. It is short. Score remains 27-12. Olivieri will line up the next shot. Tristan Hill gets set to come back in for the Lumberjacks. Shot is up. That one is good. 3:24 to go, first half. Tristan Hill comes in for Dylan Holder. Some backcourt pressure from the Tigers now. Looks like a full court press. They get it to Badgett. Badgett will bring it down as the Tigers look to be kind of in a man defense as they back out of that pressure pretty quickly. Over to Sands. Sands, left side of the floor. Drives. Going to take it all the way up. Gets the shot blocked. Is able to tip the rebound out. Shot up from the Lumberjacks, no good. whistling a foul called. That foul will go against the 23 of Hunter Higgins. It'll be his second, team 6. And that sends Wyatt Holmes to the charity stripe. He did not shoot free throws the first time in the first game against Kendrick. So Holmes, let's see what he can do from the charity stripe. First free throw off the back of the iron. It is no good. Going to get Tyler Renner to come out for a moment. Trace Wicks checks back in for him. Second free throw up and good by Wyatt Holmes. 3:03 to go. St. Mary's 28-13 first half. They get a good little move there by Olivieri. He's going to put the shot up. No good. Offensive rebound goes to the 15 of Valieres. It's up and good. (28-15). Tigers able to cut into that Lumberjack lead. Sands kicks it back out to Hill. Now to Wicks, back up to Sands. Sands up top, going to pull up from the free throw line. Shot won't fall for Sands. And we're going to get a foul on the Lumberjacks. I believe that foul is going against Tristan Hill, and it does. It is his first and the 7th on the Lumberjacks. And I believe it was a loose ball foul technically, so the free throws will be shot. 1-1 for the Tigers. 2:31 to go. Tristan Hill comes out. Tyler Renner back in. And it'll be the 15 of Jacob Valieres going to the free throw line for the first time of the evening. First free throw on the way. It's in and out, no good. Rebound goes to Tyler Renner. Sands to Badgett. Badgett, left wing. Picks up his dribble. Right wing now to Sands. Sands, top of the key. Drives to the high post. No look pass into Renner. Renner almost doesn't get it. Is able to recover the ball. Spins around, puts the shot up and good. I'm going to go ahead and give Sands an assist on that one. And a nice move as Olivieri gets lost here underneath the Lumberjack defense. And he puts up his first bucket of the game. Actually, that's his first bucket from the field. Oh, Wyatt Holmes gets lost underneath, and Badgett finds him, and the Lumberjacks answer right back. 32-17 the score. Lumberjacks lead. Going to get a travel. I thought it was, as McCluskey goes down the left side. Sands is going to come out. Dylan Holder in for the Lumberjacks. Checking in for the Tigers, the number 33 of Vaughn Higgins. 1:42 to go before halftime. 32-17, Lumberjacks lead. Holder with the ball. Man defense for the Tigers. Over to Wicks on the wing. Wicks to Renner. Renner works underneath. Shot up and good. As Renner backed his way into the paint. 34-17, Lumberjacks up by 17. Ties their largest lead of the game. Olivieri thought about a three. Defense closed on him quickly. Instead, they get it to to Hunter Higgins. He steps into the paint, gets collapsed on, kicks it back out. They find an open Valieres, and Valieres is going to put the three in. 34-20. It's a 14-point lead. Holder with the ball. Going to get a blocking foul on Olivieri. That's his first. They kind of thought that he had drawn the charge, but no. That'll send Holder to the free throw line. He did not shoot free throws in Kendrick, so his first trip to the free throw line on the season. 56 seconds to go in the second period. 34-20, Jacks up by 14. Free throw, no good. Rebound to the Tigers. Don't sleep on the Tigers. You may get a big lead on them, but Kellogg had a pretty good lead on them in that Silver Valley Tournament Championship, and the Tigers came right back. Get the shot underneath to Olivieri. It is no good. Rebound to Wyatt Holmes. He got into the paint. Nice. Put up the contested shot, and it wouldn't fall for him. Hand off to Holder. Lumberjacks starting a little bit weave up top. They got 27 seconds to try to burn off before halftime. Holder works his way right. Now to the free throw line. Picks up the dribble. Goes to Holmes. Holmes back to the top to Holder. Holder on the left wing, drives, gets the shot blocked from behind. Tigers, though, turn the ball over as they try to feed it up the floor. Wicks is there for the steal. St. Mary's resets, 5 seconds on the clock. Back to Wicks, and Wicks not expecting the pass from Holder, and the Lumberjacks turn it over. 1.7 seconds on the clock, so neither team really going to get much off here in this late part of the, well, maybe I'm wrong. It is a long shot at the buzzer. It is no good, and that is how the first half comes to an end. St. Mary's with a 14-point lead. They've led from the beginning, 34-20 over the visiting Timberlake Tigers. We'll be back with a look at the halftime numbers.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjacks!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Idaho, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
And we are back here at Lumberjack Gymnasium. It is halftime. Lumberjack varsity boys lead the Timberlake Tigers 34-20 at the half. Taking a look at the team statistics first, the box score. First quarter was all St. Mary's as they outscored Timberlake 18-5. In between quarters or periods, the Tigers made some adjustments. They hung with the Lumberjacks in the second quarter. It was 16-15 in the second quarter. So the Tigers battled hard, and it's still a 14-point deficit, but anything can happen depending on who makes the correct adjustments at halftime. So, like I said, just before halftime, don't sleep on the Tigers. You may have a 14-point lead, but I watched them battle back in the second half against Kellogg when I watched their game in that Silver Valley tournament where they took the championship for that Silver Valley tournament from Kellogg. So they are a gritty team. Right now, though, the score stands at 34-20 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Part of that, the Timberlake Tigers only shooting 28% from the field in that first half. St. Mary's 53%, so a very strong first half of shooting for the Lumberjacks. The Tigers were 20% from three-point range, 2 for 10. St. Mary's was 25%, 2 for 8. Free throw shooting not helping either team. Both teams just 2 for 5 for 40%. St. Mary's out-rebounded the Tigers 23-11. 8 offensive for the Lumberjacks, 5 offensive for Timberlake, 15 defensive rebounds for St. Mary's, and 6 defensive rebounds for the Tigers. Assists, pretty close. 4 assists for Timberlake, 5 assists for the Lumberjacks. Steals, 2 for Timberlake, 3 for St. Mary's. The Tigers, 3 block shots. St. Mary's with 2 block shots. Turnovers, 6 for the Tigers, 8 for St. Mary's. So St. Mary's on par with that 16 turnover number if they have 8 more in the second half. Both teams with 7 fouls in the first half. Points off the bench, just 1 point off the bench for Timberlake. St. Mary's with 13 points off the bench. Again, you love to see that number if you're Coach Chase. You want to know that everybody that is getting in is contributing to that score. Second chance points, the Tigers with 2, St. Mary's with 8. Points off turnovers, the Tigers with 4, and St. Mary's with 8. Let's see here. Individual statistics. For the Tigers, leading scoring, it was Hunter Higgins, finished with 5 points in the first half. Jacob Yetter finishes with 4. He's got 3 fouls, though, so they're going to have to be careful with him in the second half. Jacob Balieras has 3, as does Raj Olivieri. 2 points for McCluskey, 2 points for Wyatt MacArthur, and 1 point for Vaughn Higgins off the bench. For the Lumberjacks, we've already got 1 player in double digits. Tyler Renner having a good game, 10 points already, 4 rebounds for him, 8 points for Grayson Sands. Sands has 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Tristan Hill has 5 points with 4 rebounds and a steal. 4 points for Dylan Holder with 5 rebounds. 4 points for Jared Badgett, 2 assists and a rebound for him. 3 points for Wyatt Holmes with 3 rebounds and a blocked shot. Trace Wicks not yet to find the bottom of the net, but he does have 4 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. And once again, St. Mary's with 5 potential double-digit figure guys here. Holder and Jared Badgett are both at 4, so they're not quite halfway there, but they're really close. So that's a look at the first half statistics. Let's take one more break. We'll come back with the second half of action.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Mary's Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Mary's Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler drops in the toilet to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses, and most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
And we are back. We do have an update from the girls' basketball game in Potlatch, and it was a tough night for Lumberjack girls basketball as they fall to Potlatch by a score of 50-18, giving them a 2-2 record, I do believe, on the season. Back here in Lumberjack Gymnasium, the teams will switch sides. St. Mary's will be going right to left, and we do have a little difference there in the lineup for Lumberjacks as Trace Wicks is not coming out to start the second half. It is Tyler Renner, a little different lineup for St. Mary's. The Tigers will start with possession as they go left to right here in the second half. Olivieri starts with the ball. He's up top, works his way to the right side, to the blocks. Now finds a cutter. Nice ball movement this time by the Tigers as they find the number 23 of Hunter Higgins driving to the bucket, and he puts it up and in for the first bucket of the second half. 34-22, 12-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Looks to be a man defense still from the Tigers. Grayson has the ball up top, loses it, dribbled it off of his foot, and a turnover for St. Mary's, but a steal the other way by Badgett. Badgett brings it all the way down, gets the ball stripped out of his hand. Nice hustle play by Olivieri to keep the easy layup from happening and to not commit the foul. 34-22, Lumberjacks keep possession. It'll be Sands to inbound. He's looking for somebody to get it to, goes into Renner. Renner, nice move. It's up and good by Tyler Renner. Gives the assist to Grayson Sands. Tigers quickly down the other way. Both teams hustling, trying to make some things happen quickly. Driving is Higgins. His shot up and good. And that is Hunter Higgins with the first 4 points in the second half for the Tigers. 36-24, Jacks lead. Sands brings the ball down the left side. He's got Hunter Higgins guarding him. Sands takes the ball towards the midcourt circle. Now comes back to the left. Picks up the dribble. Goes to the top to Badgett. Badgett working. Gets a screen from Renner. Picks up his dribble. Gives it to Renner. Renner working the post. Shot up. Oh, no good. The ball comes off of the Tigers, though. That was a nice move by Renner. Losing the ball there for the Tigers was Valieras, as that one, he didn't see exactly where it went. It bounced off of his shoulder and out of bounds. St. Mary's gets the rebound in for the most part. Back down inside to Renner. The Lumberjacks going to work the big man. Renner's shot misses, but there to clean it up is the other big man, Tristan Hill, as he puts it up and good. 38-24, the team's matching points at this point. Going to get the ball out to McCluskey. He drives all the way baseline, kicks the ball back to the top. Hunter Higgins drives into the lane, gets caught up by a couple of defenders, gets out to Olivieri, shot up, no good from three-point range. Rebound to Tristan Hill. Hill finds Holder. Holder brings it across the timeline, working down the right side, loses, getting all kinds of body contact. St. Mary's wanting the foul, not getting it. Sands for the deep three. It's off back iron, no good. Rebound to the Tigers. Back the other way, McCluskey drives to the lane, shot up, it's going to fall through. (38-26), Jacks with the 12-point lead. Sands brings the ball left side, gives it over to Hill up the top. Hill looks inside the low post, quickly double-teamed as Renner gets it out to Holder. Back on the wing, going to get a three-point shot from Hill. I had just said you probably wouldn't see him taking a lot of three-point shots, and he does. It was no good. Rebound went to the Tigers. Olivieri drives. He puts it up and good, and the Lumberjacks going to take a timeout. It is a full timeout. 5:20 to go. 38-28, 10-point lead for the Lumberjacks. We'll be back.
At Good Neighbor Pharmacy, we're committed to being your good neighbor.
Good Neighbor Pharmacy is an independent network of over 3,000 pharmacies throughout the United States, giving us the buying power to compete with the chain stores.
We'll fill your prescription quickly and safely, and you're supporting a locally owned pharmacy.
Your copays are the same wherever you go. Why not come and visit your locally owned pharmacy professionals?
Jack's Pharmacy is your Good Neighbor Pharmacy here in St. Mary's. Come in and say hi. Jack's Pharmacy.
So far, second half, St. Mary's being outscored 8-4 by the Tigers. Lumberjacks still hold on to a 10-point lead. They led by 17 at one point. Coach Chase took that quick timeout, tried to get the guys refocused. Same five coming back on the floor for the Lumberjacks. It does appear. Lumberjacks will be taking the ball out, far side of the floor. Sands gets it into Wicks. Wicks will bring it down. Actually, we do have a change as Wicks is in. Badgett is out. Lumberjacks up top, swinging over to Sands. Sands to Wicks. Wicks in the right side of the floor. Not quite in the corner. Looks to Renner. Renner's quickly, like triple teamed underneath. They're still trying to work it into Renner. Renner's going to be fouled as he goes up to the bucket. There was three guys there, and I don't know who they called it on. It was called against the number 11 of McCluskey. I think Hunter Higgins thought it might have been against him, but there was other guys there that got skin on the hand, contact with the hand, there right of the arm, and Renner will go to the free throw line, and he short arms the first free throw. Tristan Hill going to get a breather. Wyatt Holmes checks back in for the Lumberjacks. Renner free throw shooting in the last game was 2 for 2. Second free throw on the way. That one is nothing but net. 39-28. Jack's lead is 11 as the Tigers try to battle back in, and they have cut it to an 11-point lead, which is definitely not a big lead if you're the Lumberjacks. Olivieri to the right wing. Picks up his dribble. Looks to the cutter. Shot up. It's up and good. That's McCluskey from underneath. Nice move again as they got that feed underneath. It's a 9-point lead. Wicks with the ball, left side. Up to the free throw line. Picks up his dribble. Back to Sands. Sands to the corner to Holder. Holder for three. Off the iron. No good. Rebound to the Tigers. Tigers want to cut it down lower. MacArthur to Olivieri. Olivieri to the elbow. Shot up. It's not going to fall. It's Sands with the rebound. St. Mary's coming the other way. Sands running down the left side. Pulls up for the three. It is in and out. Lumberjacks not having too much luck from the three-point side of things tonight. Over to the right side, or left side. Three-pointer on the way by Olivieri. It's no good. Renner with the rebound. Renner to Holmes. Holmes to Sands. Sands picks up his dribble. Back out to Wicks. Inside defense being a little bit stiffer by the Tigers. They're not letting the big guys for St. Mary's work underneath too well. Sands works his way left. Drives all the way in. No, looks it in, and he's going to get called for the charge. And that's the third foul on Sands. He's not going to be in for a little while, I have to imagine. It's actually Holder that comes out. Badgett that stays in, or goes in. Sands stays on the floor. 3:33 to go in the third. Lumberjacks lead 39-30. Tigers battling back. Higgins. Over to Yetter. Yetter to Olivieri. Back to the top to Higgins. Almost a steal. Yes, it is a steal by Renner. And then I believe a foul on the Tigers. And that is the second foul on Raj Olivieri. Second foul on the Tigers in the second half. Badgett with the ball. Down to the corner to Sands. Sands to the low post to Renner. Renner working through lots of contact. Looking for the whistle. Doesn't get one. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers. We'll call it a blocked shot on the Tigers for the Tigers. McCluskey checks out. Checking in is Von Higgins. Sands will inbound. Goes to Renner. Renner over to Badgett. Badgett to Sands. Sands gets the screen. 3 on the way. That one is up and good. 42-30, Lumberjacks lead. 12-point lead for St. Mary's. Hunter Higgins drives, kicks it out to the short corner. Ball almost comes loose. Olivieri able to recover. Back to Higgins. Backdoor pass. That's up and good. Von Higgins with his first bucket from the floor. Nice ball movement by the Tigers. Still a 10-point lead. 2.5 to go. Third quarter. Wicks with the ball, left wing, gets a screen up to the free throw line, kicks it over to Holmes. Holmes makes the move underneath, can't get the shot to fall for him. Tigers trying to work against Wicks, and it's going to be a turnover. Renner, Sands come out. Hill and I believe it's Holder check in. Not quite ready for play yet. I think they're trying to get the substitution. I think they had an injured player. Von Higgins comes out. They're kind of looking at his ankle. 42-32. Lumberjacks lead is 10 with 2:17 to go. St. Mary's led by as much as 17. Wicks will get the inbound pass. Looks into, gets it to Hill. And it's going to be a turnover on Badges. He couldn't quite get that cleanly. Quick jump shot up and good by Yetter. Going to get a steal by the Tigers. Olivieri cashes it in for the Tigers. 36-42, little run by the Tigers. St. Mary's takes another timeout. 1:54 to go in the third. The Tigers have cut this down even more. It's a 30. We'll take it too. We'll be back.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
I had to cut that short. I wasn't paying attention to what was next on my sponsor list there. That is a shout out and a thank you to all athletic directors out there. Todd Gilkey does a lot of work here behind the scenes for Lumberjack Sports. Full court pressure, actually some pretty decent pressure. Tigers kind of back out of it. Wicks brings it across for the Lumberjacks. Down to the corner to Holder. Holder thought about a three for a second, decided not to. Looks underneath to Hill and going to get a steal and a turnover on the Lumberjacks. Tigers trail by 6. They smell a comeback brewing. Out to the corner. Driving underneath. Shot is up and good by the 15 of Valieres. St. Mary's been outscored 18-8 here in the third. The score is 42-38. St. Mary's lead is just 4 points now. Holder with the ball. Left wing. Looks to Hill. Hill gets it into the post. The ball is almost loose. There's lots of contact. Should have been probably a foul called there. Nothing coming. They're going to get it to Holder, and Holder puts it up and good. There was a lot of physical play there. A lot of collisions. I almost thought there could have been a foul called. Nothing coming. 44-38, Jacks lead, 48 seconds, third quarter. Olivieri, right wing, up to the top now to Yetter. He's going to trigger the three. It's off the mark. Rebound goes to the 22 of Renner, who has checked in, and I did not see that. Not sure who he came in for. Holmes. Going to have a turnover on St. Mary's. Driving the other way is Olivieri, and he's going to lay it up and good. "12 seconds. It's a 4-point lead still for the Lumberjacks. 8 seconds. Third quarter. Holder going to be fouled. McCluskey coming out a little too hard on that one. Third team foul. Grayson Sands going to check back in with 3 seconds on the clock. Lumberjacks basically almost a catch and shoot situation. Not totally, but they've got a couple of seconds to work with. Going to get it into Badgett. Badgett going to get the 3-point on the way. It's off the glass and good by Sands at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to a close. The Tigers have cut into that lead. It's just 7 points. 47-40. Lumberjacks lead after 3. We'll be back.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Idaho for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades, and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture in St. Mary's for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs. They quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Now we are back, and the first half of shooting wasn't the greatest for Timberlake, but they are now shooting at 42% in the second half as they have cut the lead to 7. St. Mary's had led by 17 at one point. Let's see if I can get a check here on the who's on the floor. Looks like we have the right guys out there. Lumberjacks start with possession in the fourth period, leading by 7. St. Mary's only 1 foul so far in the second half. That's a plus, but they are up to 13 turnovers in the game. Tigers only have 3 fouls. Going to get it to Sands. Sands pulls up for the quick 3. It is off the front of the iron. No good. Kind of a hurried one. Rebound goes to Tigers with a turnover. Renner. Oh, no. He was not on the line. Oh, man. I could see it up here. I think it was very close. They're going to call Tristan Hill out of bounds as he caught that pass. I think it was clean, but I'm not the official. 47-40, 7:30 to go, fourth period. Tigers trying to come back, and they've done a good job of it. Going to get a 3-point shot on the way by the number 5. It's his first time into the game that I can think of, and that is Hayden Jonas, 5'9" sophomore. Going to get Holder driving the blocks. His shot is long. Rebound goes to the Tigers. 47-40. Spinning into the paint is Higgins. He's going to flip it back out to MacArthur. Shot is going to fall in. Nice ball movement again by the Tigers. And it's 47-42, a 5-point lead for St. Mary's. Sands has the ball, being worked on by Hunter Higgins. Works his way to the right side of the floor. Going to go up high. Nice job. Going up strong. Yeah. Hill probably should have went up a little bit sooner with that. I think he was going to try to draw a contact. I think he had more of an opportunity just to make that open shot. It was a great possession. Then the Hill makes up for it with a steal. It was a great look as Hill came in back door and Sands just launched over the top to him. Sands straight away 3, too hard. St. Mary's not having any luck from 3-point range tonight. Out to McCluskey. McCluskey working around Sands. Nice move around Sands. He spins around him and cashes it in and good. 47-44. 3-point lead for the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's needs to answer back. They've been outscored 4-0 here in the fourth. Looking to Renner. Renner going to save it in off of the number 12 as he was going out of bounds. Tristan Hill comes out, Wyatt Holmes in. 47-44, Jacks holding on to a narrow lead here. Sands looking for somebody to get it into. Going to get it to Holmes. Back to Sands. Sands open from the corner. 3-pointer won't fall. St. Mary's going to live and die by that three-pointer tonight. They've not been able to get many of them to go in. They've got them trapped in the corner down there, and they're going to pull the same maneuver the Lumberjacks did. They're going to bounce off of St. Mary's. Holder's going to come out. Trace Wicks back in. 5:43 to go. St. Mary's holding on to a narrow lead, 47-44. Tigers driving. Back to the top. McCluskey. No, that's Yetter. Yetter, pull-up jumper. It's up and good for the Tigers. St. Mary's low 1-point lead. Badgett picks up his dribble, gets it to Holmes. Lumberjacks need to answer back and answer quickly. 6-0 run. 3-point shot on the way from Jared Badgett is up and good. The assist to Grayson Sands. St. Mary's stretches it back out a little bit. Driving, Olivieri, high floater, no good off the glass. Rebound goes to Holmes. St. Mary's needs to get a little run of their own going here, stretch that lead back out. Sands, nice little move into the paint, tries to feed it in, going to turn it over. Bounces off a Tiger that steps in the way, going to get a foul going the other direction. And I think from the reaction, that'll be Grayson Sands. No, they're going to call it against Renner, so Sands catches a break. It's only the second team foul. It's only Renner's second foul. It will be a shooting foul as it'll send Olivieri to the free throw line. He is 1 for 2 from the charity stripe in the first half. Dylan Holder going to check back in here in a moment for the Lumberjacks, as is Valieras for the Tigers. Olivieri's first shot on the way. It is up and good. Badgett will come out. Holder checks back in. 3-point lead for the Lumberjacks, 50-47. Olivieri, next shot on the way. It is short-armed. Rebound goes to Sands. St. Mary's will bring it the other way. 4.5 to go. Sands has it up top. St. Mary's slowing their offense down slightly, being a little more patient. Sands picks up the dribble, left wing, goes to Wicks up top. Wicks to the right side to Holder. Holder back up to Wicks. Now to Sands straight away. Sands brings it left. Gonna drive. No look into Wyatt Holmes, and Holmes puts it up and good with the assist from Sands. 52-47. Almost a steal from Holder. Tigers able to hold on to it, and they almost turn it over themselves. They able to play some fun ball there. 3-point shot on the way, no good. Rebound to Sands again. Tigers lost it a couple of times, able to keep control, get a shot up. Sands going to have the ball stripped out of his hands. Olivieri on the run. His shot won't go. Backing it up with Higgins. He'll be fouled and go to the free throw line. Wyatt Holmes with his first foul. That'll send the 23 of Hunter Higgins to the free throw line. First time tonight for him. First free throw on the way, off the iron. Tyler Renner checks out for the Lumberjacks. Jared Badgett back in. Hunter Higgins' second free throw on the way. That one no good as well. Offensive rebound, though, for the Tigers. They'll reset. Higgins to Olivieri. Olivieri right wing. Down to the corner. That's into the 15 of Valieras. Back up the top. McCluskey. Left side drive. Big block shot. And I didn't see who that, I know who it is, but going to get the drive and the shot up by, I didn't see Hill come back in. Going to get a foul the other way. Going to go against the Lumberjacks. See who that foul goes against. Looks like it's Jared Badgett's first foul. Sends Raj Olivieri to the free throw line. He is 2 of 4 from the charity stripe. And in and out. That was on the offensive rebound underneath Hunter Higgins, and Higgins is going to be fouled. Tigers have had a couple of opportunities here getting fouled. They have not been able to make anything happen on the free throws. This will be 2 free throws for Hunter Higgins. Higgins 0 for 2. Tyler Renner getting set to come back in for St. Mary's. That foul went against Wyatt Holmes, his second, team 5th. And the first free throw is good this time. Holmes is going to come out. Tyler Renner back in after getting some rest. Hunter Higgins, second free throw on the way, in and out. Rebound to Hill. 4-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Badgett brings it near side. Crosses the timeline, picks up the dribble, swings over to Wicks. Wicks is going to be fouled. As Olivieri trying to fight to get that steal, he's got some quick hands. Instead, they're going to call him with the contact. That's his third foul. 4th team foul on the Tigers. St. Mary's will inbound from in front of their bench. Wicks looking for an inlet. Goes into Hill. Hill to Sands, working left side. Under 3 to go. 54-50, Lumberjacks with the lead. Sands, shake and bake, dive, shot up, no good. Rebound going to be tipped out. What are they calling there? They called a foul against St. Mary's underneath, I guess. They're going to get that against Tristan Hill. That is his second, team 6th foul. 2:49 to go, 54-50, Jacks lead, but barely. St. Mary's led by as much as 17. Tigers have had a good second half. Going to get a timeout taken by the Tigers. It is a full timeout. We'll take it too.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
And we are back, 54-50. Jack's lead is 4. The Tigers have outscored St. Mary's 20-13 in the third, 10-7 so far in the fourth. Tigers with the ball into the backcourt. Lumberjacks, I think I've got the lineup right. Going to try an alley-oop there. It's going to be tipped out by Tyler Renner. Nice job getting that deflected out as the Tigers tried kind of that backdoor cut like St. Mary's did earlier. Only difference was that St. Mary's was able to complete the pass as Tigers weren't expecting it. Tigers get into Olivieri up top. Olivieri swings it to the wing to MacArthur on the right side. He's looking to find somebody to get it to. Goes back to Olivieri up top. Three-pointer on the way. It is going to be no good, but Tyler Renner going to draw the foul. That was well after the shot. But Renner making contact, and he was mad at himself. That is his third. And that's going to send the number 11 of McCluskey to the free throw line for the first time tonight with a chance at 3 free throws, a chance to cut it to a 1-point lead. St. Mary's has led it the whole way. And he makes the first free throw. 3-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Second free throw. Off front iron, no good. Tyler Renner's going to come out. Dylan Holder checks in for him. Third free throw is good. Makes it a 2-point game, 4:54-52. Coming out of the game is Valieres for the Tigers. I didn't see who checked in for him. Backcourt pressure for Timberlake. Badgett. Going to get the ball to the middle of the floor. Now to Hill. Now to Badgett. Almost a bad pass. St. Mary's, it was a bad pass. St. Mary's, lucky to keep a hold of it. St. Mary's has to play clean ball. Badgett's going to try to drive it himself, and he does. Nice shot up and over by Badgett from inside the lane. 56-52. Turnover on the Tigers. Going to get a steal by Wick. Sands quickly down the floor. Slows things down. Double teamed out near the top. Gets it to Wick. Wick, though, is going to have turn the ball over. Now Olivieri, shot up and good. Tigers will not go away. 2-point lead. Going to get a foul called. A blocking foul there against Hunter Higgins. That is his third. Only the fifth against the Tigers. They've got a few more fouls to give. They don't really need to at this point, though. 56-54. Full court pressure from the Tigers. They get it into Holder. St. Mary's now needs to get it across the timeline. Nice little move by Holder. Acting like he's going to pass it back to the baseline and took off himself. St. Mary's gets it up court. Now they can slow things down a little bit. Tigers have to put on pressure. Sands into the lane. Ball blocked from behind. Sands with his own rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it's St. Mary's ball. Trace Wick's going to come out for a breather. Tyler Renner checks in. 1:16 to go. 56-54. What a ball game it's been. Early on, it looked like St. Mary's was going to run away from it. The Tigers have battled back in the second half, outscoring St. Mary's. Badgett, baseline, underneath to Renner. Renner looking for room. Shot won't fall. Tristan Hill with the rebound. Lost the contact. Can't get a whistle. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Olivieri counts a bucket and a foul. The Tigers tie it up with a chance to take the lead. Olivieri, though, just 2 out of 5 from the charity stripe, and that foul goes against Grayson Sands. Free throw is no good. Rebound to Hill. Sands brings the ball down. 58 seconds. St. Mary's will play for the final shot. Tigers, though, are going to come out and play some stiff defense. They've got fouls to give. Oh, going to get a 3-point shot on the way. It's good by Holder. St. Mary's answers back. 59-56. Tigers need 3. MacArthur back to Olivieri. Thought about a 3 from the wing right side. Back out to MacArthur. Back to Olivieri. He's going to trigger the 3. It's off the mark. Offensive rebound, though, for the Tigers. 2-point shot on the way. I think that was the number 12 of Yetter. No, was it a 3? It was a 3, it shows on the scoreboard. And we're all tied back up. Timeout taken by the Tigers. We'll keep it right here. $59 all. I don't know how much time was left on the clock. Not a lot. $25 seconds. St. Mary's has 25 seconds to try to win it at the buzzer. Tigers, though, going to put on some backcourt pressure possibly. And they are going back into their press. Holder will inbound. Gets it into Sands. Sands slowly works his way up towards the timeline. Is going to get around his defender. St. Mary's has 17 seconds to get open. Badgett has the ball up top. Swings it back over to Sands, working on the left side. Sands takes it to the top. Stutter step, drive, shot is up with 4 seconds. Won't go. Rebound to Hill, though. Hill's going to fling it up. No good, and we're going to overtime, folks. 59 all, a game that looked like St. Mary's was going to run away with it. The Tigers have battled back to take it into overtime. We'll be back.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks!
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, folks, the Lumberjack girls have had an overtime game here at home. They lost down to Lakeside St. Mary's at their home opener, also in overtime. Same 5 on the floor for the Lumberjacks. No, Tyler Renner is not in. Trace Wicks is. So both home openers for both teams gone into overtime. 59 all. We've got a jump at midcourt. Tristan Hill with Hunter Higgins. Lumberjacks will control the opening tip into the backcourt to Sands. Sands brings it across. Sands drives, kicks it to the corner. 3 on the way by Badgett. It is short. Rebound, though, goes to Sands. Sands into the paint. Spins. Moves up through the lots of contact. Sands finally gets the foul on the offensive rebound. And I thought Sands was fouled on the initial shot. They're going to call it a attempted putback, I guess. That's going to be the 4th foul on Raj Olivieri. And that'll send Sands to the free throw line. I thought it was just on the rebound, but Sands will go to the charity stripe. Sands was 3 for 3 in the first game. This late in the game, though, you get tired, and that first free throw is short off the front of the iron. Second shot on the way. That one is good. Free throw shooting not been strong really by either team in this game. That could have really changed it at the end of regulation. 60 to 59, St. Mary's reclaims the lead. The Tigers haven't ever led. They've tied it a couple of times. Going to get Olivieri with the jumper. No good on the shot. Rebound goes to, I believe it was Hill. St. Mary's will bring it the other way. Look to try to push that lead a little bit higher. Oh, trying to get Holder cutting underneath. And they're going to call it a turnover on St. Mary's. Holder trying to plead his case that it was touched by the Tigers. Not getting the call from the official. It was a good look. It was a good move. Tigers inbound. St. Mary's some pressure in the backcourt. 2-2-1 trap, it does appear. Olivieri gets by his defenders. Drive. Shot won't fall. Tipped around. Rebound to the Tigers. They put it up and good. Oops. That was the number 23 of Higgins. Driving the lane was Sands. His shot doesn't go. Rebound goes to Hill, and Hill puts it up and good. St. Mary's going to be called for a foul the other way. 62-61. Who's that foul going against? That foul looks like it's against the number 5 of Holder. Badgett comes out. Tyler Renner in. Olivieri to the free throw line. And he misses the free throw. Rebound to Sands. He's missed the last 4 free throws. St. Mary's still with a 1-point lead. No look to Wicks in the corner, left side, back to the top to Sands, 2.5 to go. Sands works the way to the top of the key. Now drives the right side, shot up, counts the bucket and the foul. That foul looks like it's going to go against the 34 of Wyatt MacArthur, and it does. It shows as his second foul of the game. That'll send Grayson Sands to the free throw line, a chance to make it a 3-point lead. 64-61 currently. And that one is up and good. 65-61, 4-point lead. Tigers with the ball. Up top, a little bit of breathing room, not a lot for St. Mary's though. Still 2.5 to go basically. Olivieri left side, out to the corner to the 15 of Valieras. Now back to the top, now to Olivieri. Now to the, looking to the low post. Hand off to MacArthur. MacArthur, nice move by MacArthur, shot up and good. 65-63. Sands quickly across the timeline, being guarded by Higgins. Higgins bodying him up pretty good. Sands finds a little lane, drive, shot up and good. 67-63. Back the other way, it's the Tigers. Looking baseline. McCluskey out to Olivieri. 3-point shot on the way. It's off the front iron. No good. Rebound, though, to the Tigers. And what do we get here? A foul against St. Mary's, and it's going to be the third on Holder. He put his hands to his face, kind of looked like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. That'll send the number 15 of Valieras to the free throw line. I believe it's his second time. He's 0 for 1 from the charity stripe. 67-63. St. Mary's with a 4-point lead, a minute and a half to go. First free throw up and good. Holder's going to come out. Jared Badgett back in. Second free throw by Valieras on the way. Short. Rebound to Hill. Sands brings it down. A minute 35 to go. St. Mary's going to slow the offense down. Tigers not putting any pressure in the backcourt. Sands has Olivieri on him. Finds an open lane. Almost loses the ball. Has to slow down a little bit. Kicks it up to Renner. Back to Sands. Hill was calling for the ball open there. Sands out to Wick. Timeout, Coach Chase. 1:14 to go in the contest. Lumberjacks take a quick timeout. It is a full timeout. We'll be back.
It's time to winterize your home, and there's no better place to start than at Everyone's Hardware and Lumber Store, 10th Street Lumber. They have insulation, house wraps, stoves, and heaters. See their huge selection of power tools, paints, and painting supplies. And, of course, they have a full line of lumber supplies. Stop by 10th Street Lumber and see what they can do for you. And remember, 10th Street Lumber will deliver anywhere. On 10th Street and Railroad Avenue, 10th Street Lumber.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. And we are back. 1:14 left to go in the contest. We are in overtime. St. Mary's holds on to a 3-point lead, 67-64. St. Mary's with the ball. Wyatt Holmes has checked into the game for St. Mary's. Now wait and see who he's in for. Tristan Hill is out. Sands with the ball up top. St. Mary's going to be content, I think, to try to eat time off the clock here. Maybe make the Tigers foul him. Badgett with the ball. Back over to Sands. Sands calling for a screen. Brings it left side. No look into Renner. Renner up and good off the glass. 69-64 gives St. Mary's the 5-point lead with under a minute to go. Over to the corner. Cutter. Higgins. Shot blocked. Sands with the rebound. Sands brings it all the way down, kicks it up to the free throw line. Wyatt Holmes thought about a shot, decided not to. I think he was told no, no, no. And we're going to get a late foul there on that one as Wicks gets pushed to the ground. Hunter Higgins going to pick him up. I think it was Hunter Higgins getting the foul called against him. Well, maybe not. Maybe it was the number 5. It was the number 5 of Hayden Jonas. No, it was Higgins. Okay. I don't think I put that down yet. That'll send Trace Wicks to the charity stripe. He has not been there. I don't know if he's been there. He hasn't been there tonight. He wasn't there against Kendrick. 26 seconds on the clock. St. Mary's 69. The Tigers 64. 1-1 for Wicks. First shot is up and good. 70-64. Jacks with the lead. St. Mary's drops everybody back except for the shooter. Wicks second free throw. That one is short. Wicks gets his own rebound. The only guy there out of 5 Timberlake players, and Wicks gets his own board. They're trying not to foul Sands. Sands calls a timeout. They had him trapped over there on the sideline. 18 seconds on the clock. I think it's just a 30. No, it's a full. We'll take a quick timeout.
Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's is your one-stop farm and garden shop. Everything from pet supplies to livestock feeds and supplies, Triple X Feeds has it. Horse supplies, they have that also. From saddle pads to bridles, Triple X Feeds can set you up. Triple X Feeds now has hay and alfalfa in stock as well as straw. Triple X Feeds, located at 130 East College Avenue in St. Mary's, open 8 to 5:30 weekdays and 9 to 5 on Saturdays. Triple X Feeds, a proud Lumberjack sports broadcast sponsor.
And we're back. Lumberjacks have outscored the Tigers 11-5 here in the overtime period. 18 seconds left. St. Mary's had a scare there from Timberlake, but St. Mary's looked like they're possibly going to hold on to this for the win. It's not over yet, though. 70-64, St. Mary's leads. St. Mary's putting up double digits all 4 quarters. The Tigers only had the first quarter where they were outscored 18-5. They bounced back well in the rest of the game. Outscored St. Mary's 20-13 in the third, 19-12 in the fourth. That sent us into overtime. St. Mary's was getting ready to inbound. We're going to get another timeout taken. This one by the Tigers this time. They wanted to see St. Mary's, the way they're stacking up for the inbound play, and it is a full timeout, so we'll step away one more time for a quick break.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
And we are back. Just a quick little glimpse at some stats here. The Tigers, like I said earlier, didn't shoot the greatest in the first half, but they 45% overall now, 47% for the Lumberjacks in the game. So not bad shooting percentages from either team. And actually, the shots put up and everything is almost identical. The Tigers 27 of 59, St. Mary's 29 of 61. So interesting numbers there, or stats there for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks will inbound to the stack. Everybody went down low. Now they get into the backcourt to Sands. Sands going to get fouled. That foul going to come against Jacob Balieras, and that shows is just his first. That'll send Grayson Sands to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. And a chance to stretch it out a little bit more as the Tigers battling here still with just under 16 seconds on the clock. First free throw or front end of the 1-and-1 is up and good. 71-64. St. Mary's lead by 7. Yeah, 7 points. Second free throw on the way. It is no good. Falls off the front of the rim. Rebound goes to the Tigers. It teased for a minute like it was going to fall through. Tigers, though, turn the ball over on a bad pass. And another foul coming quickly. That one, I think it's McCluskey. St. Mary's turns it over for a second. I'm not sure. I think St. Mary's must have stole it back. I was inputting a stat there. Sends Grayson Sands back to the charity stripe for St. Mary's. First free throw is up and good. Double bonus this time, so he would have shot both no matter what. Sands has been able to hold on with 4 fouls in the contest. 9 seconds on the clock. Next shot up on the way. That one's short as well. Rebound to the Tigers. 72-64. Lumberjacks going to come away with the win. Going to get a blocked shot by Wyatt Holmes. And Wyatt gets the pass out, stays there to pick the guy up off the ground, give him the hand up, and that's how this game's going to end. 72-64. Lumberjacks weathered the storm. Start the season 2-0. And that was a tough game there for the Lumberjacks as the Tigers battled back. We'll take a break and come back with our post-game wrap-up.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
St. Joe Potty Huts in St. Mary's is a proud Lumberjack supporter. St. Joe Potty Huts is a portable restroom rental RV pump service in Benoit County, also serving Shoshone and Kootenai counties. So for your next large gathering, wedding, family reunion, birthday party, or maybe you're having a remodel done and you need some extra facilities, call St. Joe Potty Huts at 245-4887. 245-4887. St. Joe Potty Hut says, go Lumberjacks! When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Mary's, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new express lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Mary's. It's back. The workwear sale at Timber Country in St. Mary's is on now. Deals on Carhartt, Key, flannels, and much, much more. How about 25% off of Carhartt jackets and vests? It's Timber Country's workwear sale going on now at Timber Country on Main Street in St. Mary's. And we are back as the Lumberjacks win it. I believe it was 72-64 final score. Taking a look at the team statistics here. Both teams ended up shooting fairly well by the end of the game. The Tigers 27 of 59 for 45%. St. Mary's 29 of 61 for 47% shooting. 3-point shooting, the Tigers 3 of 18 for 16%. St. Mary's shot 6 of 20 for 30%. Free throws, the Tigers 7 of 19 for 36%. St. Mary's 7 of 14 for 50%.
neither good numbers that you want to see as a coach for either team. Rebounds, St. Mary's with 47, the Tigers with 30. 11 offensive rebounds and 19 defensive for Timberlake. 17 offensive and 30 defensive for the Lumberjacks. 8 assists for Timberlake, 11 for St. Mary's. 7 steals for the Tigers, 8 steals for St. Mary's. 6 block shots for Timberlake, 5 block shots for St. Mary's. Turnovers, 13 for Timberlake, 18 for St. Mary's. That kind of hurt St. Mary's in the end as well. 15 fouls for the Tigers, 17 fouls for St. Mary's. Points off the bench, the Tigers with 14, St. Mary's with 22. Second chance points, 17 for St. Mary's, 7 for the Tigers. Points off turnovers, 16. Like I said, those turnovers hurt St. Mary's, and 8 points off turnovers for the Lumberjacks. Individually for the Tigers, these guys really battled back in the second half. A lot of these guys didn't have a lot of points in the first half, including the leading scorer. Raj Olivieri had 3 points in the first half of play. He finishes with 15 points, had 12 in the second half. 11 points for Yetter, 10 points for McCluskey, who only had 8 points in the second half himself, 2 in the first. 12 points down here for Hunter Higgins, 6 points for Valieras, and 6 points for Wyatt MacArthur. For the Lumberjacks, didn't get that many guys in double digits. They were close, had almost 6 guys in double digits. Grayson Sands, though, I did not realize that he had this kind of a game. Double-double for Sands, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 21 points for him. Tyler Renner had a strong game as well. 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 block shots, 15 points for him. 13 rebounds for Tristan Hill. Huge number. Just short again of a double-double. 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block shot, 9 points. 9 points for Dylan Holder. Holder had 5 rebounds. 9 points for Jared Badgett. He had 4 rebounds and a steal. 7 points for Wyatt Holmes, who had 5 rebounds and 2 block shots. And then 1 point for Trace Wicks, who surprisingly had only 1 point, but he usually is a little bit higher score than that. 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals for Trace Wicks. JV also won today, 53-47 against the Tigers. They are 1-1. Lumberjack boys varsity 2-0, and they've got a really tough game coming up on Friday, as they are going to be taking on the Lakeside Knights in Plummer. We do plan on being there to cover that game and bring it to everybody who cannot make it there, but it should be one heck of a game between these two teams. That's going to about do it for us here from St. Mary's Lumberjack Gymnasium. Have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you back here Friday night. You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjack!